Okay, so we're gonna take a stab at putting something on the floor. Right now it's just, clean, fresh concrete. I will end up doing some grinding and welding out here, so I don't want to use the epoxy or any really expensive coating. I had to wait for some warmer weather and drier weather, so I basically got it cleaned out really well, got everything out of all the cracks, been sweeping and blowing, trying to get it good. I'm gonna do one more blow with the little M18 Milwaukee blower. Then I have a spray jug and 5 gallons of this protector waterproofer. So this stuff from Bear is supposed to not really change the color of the concrete, which is fine. I just don't want to have oils and hydraulic fluid and stuff like that, trans fluid, penetrate into the floor. So not grinding, doing anything like that. I'm literally just going to clean it really well, come back, put it in here in the sprayer, pump it on, and instead of getting a 5-gallon jug, which would have saved me a little bit of money, I got the individual gallons just in case this stuff goes farther than I expect. So theoretically, if it only takes 4, then I still have another gallon that I can use later. So I will keep you posted. Okay. Sprayed out the first gallon, and that sprayer is not even at all. So we definitely got some puddling. I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. The big thing is just trying to make sure you get enough on there. And the challenge is getting in the cracks without overloading it up. It doesn't look as bad in person as it does on camera. But the stuff is like a milky kind of transparent fluid in its raw form. So this was 1 jug, or 1 gallon. So I was able to get 2 full squares along the edge and part of that entry ramp over there. So you figure 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 3 gallons, 4 gallons, 4.5. So it's probably gonna use it all without doing this outside lip. But I'm gonna let this outside lip weather, that way it kind of matches the driveway a little bit. So yeah, the sprayer puts it on. It's not super even. I didn't expect it to be, but I don't think it'll be an issue once it all dries. Some areas will just dry faster than others is all. So yeah. Okay, well, we ended up using 3 1/4 jugs. So about 3.5 gallons to get everything coated. You can see, it's hard to tell now, but when you look at the earlier part of this video, you can see I'm just kind of piecing all this together. I had a friend stop by, so I didn't catch it while it was super wet. It's soaking it up pretty fast. It says it takes about 24 hours minimum before you want to mess around and walk on it, but you can wait up to 48. We also have some crazy burn thing happening nearby, so there's ash just landing in it. I figure it's kind of like free flakes, like the epoxy. So it's supposed to dry, natural finish, so it is darker for sure, blotchy as well, where it's, not all the way dry in some spots. So, but yeah, it's been sprayed for about an hour, hour and a half, and you can see it's just soaking it up. And we'll check on it tomorrow and see how it looks once it's completely dry. Okay. Fast forward, probably about a week. And it's as dry as it's gonna get. The floors look exactly how they did before, more or less, except now, theoretically, they should be sealed. As I expected, it didn't really change the look too much, which is cool. There's a few spots where I had uneven distribution. So I ended up with a little bit of like a milky surface kind of deal, as you can see. Just normal use, and I think some sweeping and stuff, and that'll go away. But the main difference between this floor and the regular untreated concrete, I'll use my driveway over here as an example. So the goal is not really to make it pretty, but it's to keep it from absorbing. So if you pour normal water on the concrete, you see how it just absorbs into the concrete. there. When you come over here and you put it on the treated concrete, it should not absorb in. It should just kind of stay on the surface. And it does. So that's pretty cool. Because I guess, you know, theoretically with oil and trans fluid and whatever else I could do to this floor, that'll give me a better opportunity to get it cleaned up without absorbing into the concrete and staining it. So that's cool. I don't know how long it'll last, how well it'll hold up, but you know, for the minimal expense and doing it before I move everything in, I would say it's definitely worth the money and time. So that's pretty cool. Fast forward from the fast forward, another couple weeks, things have been a little bit crazy. Floor is holding up great. You know, the usual stuff. This is a very, very big, very, very heavy truck. So if anything is gonna be a cause of some issues, it'd be this thing coming in and out. I've had the zero turn in here, you know, doing its thing, moving around, regular truck, little race truck, you know, just basically using it as intended. Got some stuff in here, and overall, man, for the money spent, I think here you can kind of see where the zero turn is going crazy. Yeah, for the money spent, man, I think it's a good value. I think it's definitely better than doing nothing. It'd be awesome if I had budget to do some super cool coating on everything, but it's not really in the cards right now. So I'm really happy with the results of this project. You know, it's pretty easy to do. Probably be a bit more of a pain if it was an older, you know, garage. But I do still have a full jug left, a partial jug here. I don't know how the shelf life is affected by having, you know, already broken the seal on that. I wouldn't really use that for much of anything important, but I do have one jug completely left unused, so I could return that or keep it, you know, for future use. But yeah, the one thing I wanted to point out, where I had the big white cloudy stuff, it does look, I guess, a little more on camera, but that was kind of already like that. So the haze from the uneven application of things just kind of went away, and it looks just like it did before, which was the goal. So I like it. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them over and I'll answer them the best I can. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I've done this one time. So yeah, I just wanted to share it with you guys, give you a little update. So hope you guys are having a great weekend and stay safe out there.